to it. All right. Hold on, let me see. Okay. We got that, and we got. There we go. Who's in the land of Jericho? Jericho. Clancy, Mark, hello, hello. What's up? How are you guys? Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Merry early Christmas. Merry Christmas. Remember, Merry Christmas from Payless. Merry Christmas. Remember that? Who remembers that drugstore called, wait, what's that drugstore called? Dang it. It was very popular. What was the name of that? Not Payless, was it? Payless? No, there was Payless and there was something else. I can't remember. How are you guys? Good? Clancy, you're doing good? Good, good, good. Do you guys have any prayer requests? Any requests that needs prayer? Prayers that need a request? Shall I say? Says there's 10 people in here. Hi, guys. If you don't feel like chatting tonight, you can just listen. Eckerd drugs. No, that's not it. I've never heard of Eckerd drugs, Clancy. Is there something called Eckerd's? Hey, Coffee. I called you, but I think you called me back, but I had taken a nap. I was taking a little nap. And I just woke up a few minutes ago. Hey, Seraphim. There's our Lord of Darkness. Hey. Hold on, you guys. I need some lotion. My hands are like dried out. I need lotion. I need lotion. Oh, I'm going to wear this strawberry pound cake that Nanny Love got me a while back. Love it. It makes me smell like strawberries. It smells so good. Hello, humans. True Lord of Darkness. You are the original Lord of Darkness, aren't you, Seraphim? Do you guys notice your computer gets dirty really quick? Bow down to your Lord. It was something that I remember when I was a kid with a drugstore kind of like, oh, who remembers? Oh my gosh. We used to go, my mom used to take us to this place. We took the bus because my mother did not drive when I was young. What was that place called? Woolworths. Who remembers Woolworths? I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while either, Coffee. Hi, Linnea. I keep meaning to email her because I took a picture of something for her. It made me think of her, and I keep forgetting to send it. Who remembers Wigwam? Who remembers Wigwam, you guys? Wigwam was so cool, I remember, as a kid. Mark, you remember Woolworths? So Woolworths used to have that, it was like a counter, and they had food. Like, you could order hamburgers, fries, hot dogs, shakes, stuff like that. Wieners. I don't remember wieners. But yeah, Woolworths was like that. And you know what's really sad is even now, like, so many more J.C. Penney's are out of business, and then Sears has gone out of business. So many of those big companies, well, not so big, but you know what I mean? The older companies have gone out of business. You remember Woolworths? I used to go there when my mom was getting her hair done they had lots of cheap candy. Exactly, Coffee. I loved that place. It was a clothing store there in Texas. Was it, Linnea? Oh my gosh. You know, I miss those places, you guys. Now we got all this drive-through. Hey, Aquarian baby and Kiki. Hi, guys. There's a Piggly Wiggly. I've never seen a Piggly Wiggly, Kiki. I wish I had. I've heard a lot about it. It's all about Amazon and Walmart now. That's right. Aquarian baby. Kiki, we missed you guys. Glad you're here. Yeah, it's all about these big effing businesses. There's Save Robbie. You're nominated in my awards. What awards, Save Robbie? Oh my gosh, I haven't even been able to. Oh no. Nominated for what? For the ugliest girl on YouTube? I'm just kidding. That was stupid. Why did I say that? I'm not the ugliest. I may be the most boring on YouTube, but I'm not the ugliest. I've never been to a Piggly Wiggly. Save Robbie. Did someone nominate me as a joke? Or is it for something bad? Oh no. I don't know if I want to see. Hey, Kelly. How are you? Oh my gosh. Do I want to see this? Okay, I'm subscribed to you, Robbie, so you should come right up in there you are. Okay. Oh no. I don't know if I want to see this. Third set of nominees for my end of year most inspiration. Aw. That's nice. Most inspirational. That's really sweet. Aw. I don't come close to nobody, but that's really nice that somebody did. Oh, I know, Coffee. It's awful. I try to be inspirational, but I'm trying to inspire my own life too. Robbie, you guys, guess what? I have a surprise for you. Come here. Come here. Come here. You guys, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Who's this? Who's that? Come here. Come here, baby. You guys, guess who's here? I got to move this. Hold on. I know Robbie loves Piper. Hold on. Who's that? Who is that? Hi. Who is that? Come here. Give Grandma a hug. Hi. Hi. It's Piper. She's here visiting. Hi. I love you. Say Trump, 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 Trump. Trump 2020. Trump 2020. I love you. Grandma loves you. Hi, Jessie. Nice to see you. There's Piper. Yeah, guess what? Piper and her mama might be moving back. I think they're going to. So this mama's happy. Oh, you want to say hi again? You want to say hello? Hey, babies, come here. Come here. Come here. Come see Grandma. Come see Grandma. I love you. She's such a sweetie. Yeah, they're going to be living here. Her and my daughter and her boyfriend and my baby. Hi, Laura. I haven't seen you in a while. Your name is Grandmama. There's a card game called Trump. Is there? Don't teach that poor dog about garbage. Hey, you be nice. You be nice. Aw, thank you guys. She's a sweetie pie. You guys like my sweatshirt? I haven't worn this sweatshirt in so long. I pulled it out of all my old stuff. Well, that's changing because Coffee, my daughter says I will not be disrespected, and she feels that his mama's being disrespectful. Now listen, this is something. Okay, so my daughter works at this place. Okay, there's other people that work there too, right? Well, this lady is the manager in that area. Somebody got COVID that worked in the same department as my daughter. Well, this lady said that her husband had got COVID, and that lady they didn't tell her, go get tested, go make sure you're okay. They kept saying, come to work, come to work, come to work. They made her work for a week and a half. Guess what? In that week and a half, she was around my kid and many other people. And then she came down, the gal, ended up coming down with COVID, and her husband are out with COVID. And now my daughter yesterday said, Mom, I feel really nauseous. And she took a nap. She never takes naps. After she gets up, she went back to bed. And so she's like, she was shaky. She's like, I don't feel good at all. Well, now her boyfriend's brothers, twins, don't feel good. So she's really upset. She goes, this is why this damn COVID will not stop being spread. You know, she's like, these businesses are more worried about the numbers and the money and people coming to work than they are about their employees and their health. So she was very upset. She's like, I can't respect her anymore. She goes, I don't respect someone who doesn't care about other people and their health. She goes, does she not realize like people are dying from this? Do you want out, baby? Hold on a second. You want out? And so I'm like, you're right, honey. You are right. Honey, she went out. She wants to out. I'm not going to look. No. Are you in? Anyway, so she's not happy about it, you know, and then so come to find out that they were in a group chat yesterday, and, you know, the woman, you know, my daughter was like, I don't feel good. And she's like, I feel fine. And then one of her boys said, me too. Well, guess what? This morning, guess what? Her boys both don't feel good. So, you know, not that I wish anything bad on anybody. Hey, Sean. Sean's safe. That's good. So, you know, my daughter stands up for herself, and I'm proud of her because she used to not be like that. Oh, you saw this on Instagram one year? I was volunteering to do nails at a nursing home, and the patients were playing. Playing what? Oh, the Trump game, Kiki? So, yeah. Anyways, she was already talking about wanting to move back anyway. Prior to this happening. And so, you know, I was like, absolutely, of course, you know, anything to help you, you know, whatever. And she's like, and she goes, you know, even if my boyfriend doesn't come with me, that's okay. We'll be fine. You know, I said, you guys can still date each other. You don't have to live together. But it was nice because I got another night with her. Yeah, I got yesterday with her and last night, and we watched a couple movies. So I have to tell you guys a couple of the movies that I watched. One of them, oh my gosh, one of them was The Lie. I know you guys have heard of that one, The Lie, where that girl kills her friend and then the parents cover it up. We watched that, and then we watched one called The Cleaning Lady. Oh, The Cleaning Lady. I got nightmares from that one. It was scary as hell. Well, it was more creepy than scary. But anyway, okay, you guys. So I just want to say I do have, did you watch Monk today? I have the prayer book. So I am going to take prayer requests right now. You've seen it, Candy? Or Coffee? That one is so scary. Kelly, how are you? Invention of Lying. No. Is that a good one? Does anybody have any prayer requests? Now we have from our last stream, we've got a little bit. Yes, I watched Run. That was good. What'd you think of it, Linnea? So Chicano is on our prayer list. Kiki's brother, Joe McBow, and Lil Bit. So those people are on our prayer list. Absolutely. Aquarian Baby says, pray for our country. Now, I have heard some information about what Trump could possibly do at this point. Hey, Annie. You guys, I'm sorry I don't respond to people because I literally, when I'm with either one of my kids or both of them, they are my main focus. I am busy. I give them all of my attention and the grandpups because I don't get to see them all the time, you know? Linnea says, Linnea, I was going to ask you, if you were to get some Thrive, honey, what would you like? What would you like for, what were you taking? I got one prayer some people will dislike a lot. What is it, Seraphim? Your kids are a bigger priority than me. Oh, I hate Picker. No, I just, you know, you guys are a priority. I just really like when they're here, you know. Hey, Jenny. Do you have any prayer requests, Jenny Joe? The regular DFTs? Linnea, what color, honey? And then were you not doing the capsules or the shakes? Or I'm sorry, the lifestyle mix? Were you not taking the capsules or the lifestyle mix? Jenny, how are you, sweetheart? I'm doing both. I've got on my Black Label, and then I have on one of the ultras up here. Say a prayer for my neighbor. Oh, they both have COVID? Absolutely. Pray for her neighbors. Yeah, if you guys could please pray for my daughter as well. She's going to be getting tested tomorrow. Let's pray she doesn't have COVID. I wish tomorrow wasn't Monday already. I know. Oh, you did, Annie? You have never tried both? Oh, yeah, they're fine because they do different things. So, what was I going to say? You guys, if you haven't already, we're screwed, Annie says. Give us the thumbs up. Give us the thumbs up. Or thumbs down, whichever one you want. Doesn't matter. I'm going to vent a little bit tonight, but I also want to be inspirational. OMG. What I'm going to vent about, I'm sure you guys can relate. I think I'm ready. If I were to vomit at this point or things were to come out the other end, it would all be Chris Watts. Seriously. Thank you, Linnea. Well, Picker, here's the thing, Annie. I was listening to Crossroads. Crossroads, they're talking about that. I don't know, coffee. Well, you know how it is. Before you vent, remember that YouTube will ban discussions of a certain topic. Yes. Picker, thank you for reminding me. Okay, Jenny. What was I just going to say? I was just going to say something. Darn it. Think. I don't remember. See, I'm getting old. How many fingers? Oh, it was really quick about the Crossroads. They were talking about, hey, Kermit. Nice seeing you, honey. They're talking about how Trump can invoke the what you call it. He's actually talking about that guy on Crossroads, you guys. He's married, but whoo, he is a good-looking boy, I tell you. He is very, very handsome. I'll tell you that. What is this? Here, okay, Crossroads. Here it is. Hold on really quick. Yes, executive or martial law, same thing, right? Yes. Hey, Crown Royal, nice to see you. Did an executive order 20 exactly, Aquarian baby. That's right. So that's what he was talking about. Yes. So here it is, Crossroads. They say Trump could trigger the 2018 executive order. And they're talking about that Sidney Powell is
all right. Welcome back.
Said something
everyone.
Specific about it. Hold on.
You know, it's a pretty.
Let me see if I can find it.
Read it yourselves. Draw your own conclusion. Didn't have enough popular support to really do it.
Hold on.
Right.
Let me see if I can.
And again, we're not being told anything on it, and so we're not really being told anything on it.
He's very handsome.
There's no way you could have a fair trial right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
What count as evidence in this case? And there's well over 1,000 of them. He said they haven't looked at a single tape. They haven't listened to a single recording. There are thousands of them. They haven't even bothered to look at the tape in Atlanta, Georgia, which is dispositive.
Yeah.
And again, based on what Giuliani said, they're going to be bringing this again.
Well, I'll do that on another one, you guys, because right now this is going to be about the Watts case. Yeah. See, Trump knew what these people were up to. Absolutely. He knew what they would try. He knew they wanted him out of there by any means necessary, right? So that's what happens. Now I can't say the F word, you guys, but what I can talk about is Chris Watts. And I just want to say, you guys, the things that are flying out of people's mouths is disgusting. Annie, I love your picture. You told your hubby martial law. The things they're talking about. Now there's this new author out there. I'm not going to say this particular channel because I do like watching her sometimes, but I cannot believe, Carmen, I cannot believe the things that, it's like these authors are popping up out of nowhere, writing books and coming on people's channels. And you're not going to believe what this author is saying now. Hey, Dawn. Thank you, honey. Nice seeing you. I'm glad you're here. They are. Hunter does need to go. And they are threatening witnesses, Annie. That's right. So now, get this, you guys. And this is just the beginning of my rant, okay? This chick, you can tell, is, I don't know what's wrong with her, but she's literally saying that Chris Watts SA'd his kids. Glad to be back. Yes. And then, yeah, I'm not on to Cadle yet either, but come on. And don't even get me started on AD either. Okay. So this lady who's an author, you guys don't buy these books. Don't buy these books that are coming onto people's platforms, these authors that are coming onto YouTube platforms saying that, Chris Watts SA'd his children. You guys, if you don't know what that means, I mean, what else can you do? What else can you do besides what he did? Okay. Oh, yeah, Aquarian baby. And I kind of lost a little respect for her at that point because at one point she was totally flipped on another way. Kermit. So I will just say that at this point, I feel what it's all about now is these people's egos. It's all about these frigging YouTube creators' egos. Who can get the most sickening, most shocking story out there, right? Yes, Annie, that I'm going to talk about next. That is sickening too. So this gal was all on this channel. Her book's coming out. You guys will have to read it. Da 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 da. Pay all this money for these books. Linnea. I really don't give a F about these idiots talking. Well, Seraphin, I know. You know, what I give a crap about is these people that are continue to make all this stuff up. So that's all I got to say about that. To really come on and throw out a new accusation. It's not fact. It wasn't found in the discovery. There's no facts. It's her belief that Chris Watts was exactly coffee. Well, you know, and I think they fired the first shot 2012 by a friend. What is that, Kermit? But or the police turning a blind eye to I mean, I agree to a certain degree, Coffee. I do. Like, these people, why are they going all over YouTube, going on people's channels, you know? Well, Picker, but what she's saying is, I think what she's saying, yes, there are authors that do go on to YouTube and, you know, the smaller ones they start, but they're not jumping up on people's channels who are talking about, you know, in this crime community that, if you want to call it that, it's a joke. It is a joke what these people are doing. I mean, I had everything I wanted to talk about. So we've got that one on her channel saying this. We've got another one on another channel saying Chris Watts most likely killed before. He probably killed another person. Come on, that he's probably a serial killer. Okay, then there's that one. Then we got now the one that irks me the absolute most is Armchair Detective, and it really does. Just wanting to, as we all know, Picker is just wanting to disagree with me, like you always said. Honestly, the pattern is all. It was nice seeing you, Bella, and seeing you all beautiful people. I'm gonna hit the good night, Seraphin. Trump lost the election. Okay. Let's see. You guys, I understand, Coffee, what you were saying, because that's what I was saying. I don't believe like a reputable, I think what she's saying is a reputable author wouldn't go panel to panel putting out information that isn't factual, that it's just their belief. Now there is paranormal activity at the Watts house. Crown Royal. There is. See, I don't believe in all that, but good night, Coffee. Don't leave. Don't leave. NDC. I can't either, Annie. He's really... So I just want to say a few of the things that Mr. AD has been talking about. First of all, so AD, what he always pushes at is what's happening in our nation now with a religious slant. Oh, okay, I get it, Kermit. Okay, thank you. No, I do not either. All reviews. Yeah, I don't. I mean, maybe I think some people may believe, you know, that's what they're experiencing. That may be their felt experience. For me, I've never had that felt experience, so I can't say if it's an experience or not, you know. I can't say, because I do believe in some kind of, I mean, I have crystals and stuff, so, and I hold them for certain things, so I do believe it to a certain degree. I believe some people can hear from the deceased. I do believe some people can. To what degree and who they are, I don't know, so I can't really say. Cato, who buys? Oh, I'm not buying that book. I am absolutely not. Why cause problems merely because I make a correct point? Picker. Oh, if you haven't been to the Watts house, then how would you know there is or isn't paranormal activity? There could be at the Watts house. That place, I think it was filled with some, I think it's all about the land too that it's on, right? Like I said that before. It depends on what used to be there. Say, Robbie, what do you get when you go to the house? How do you feel? I bet it going there would feel eerie, creepy. I don't know how much of that is just something we'd feel because people know what's happened there, what took place. You know what I mean? We can't say unless we know. Yeah, unless we've been there. Ale says, I believe it. So I'm just going to talk about this channel that I think it's the land too. Exactly, Aquarian baby. I think a lot of the land could be old, ancient Indian sites. Yes. A large, dark, moving shadow in the front, weird lights inside. Dark, heavy sadness. Yes. Ew, that's creepy. Remember, say, Robbie, wasn't someone saying that the lights would go on, right? The lights would go on in the garage or something and nobody was there. So, I mean, I don't think that's like an electrical malfunction or something. I would never spend the night at that Watts house. Hell to the no. Hell no. You couldn't pay me enough. Kiki, I don't care. Somebody needs to go in and what do you call that when you go in and do the house? What do you call that, you guys? Bless it, whatever. What do you guys know what that's called? I forgot. You have to go in and cleanse it all and do all that. Whatever. What's it called? I think that needs to be done because there's something there. That says a lot for me because I live alone in a house built in 1840. Kiki, that's cool though. An old house. But again, I think that it's a lot of what's happened in the house and on the property of the house. Hey, Angelina. Christening. Wait, christening? Wait. Isn't that when you go around and christen each room with like a honey? You go around and do it in each room with some like when my husband and I used to go into a new place, we would like say, okay, we got to christen this room and that room, isn't that, I think it's exorcism. There's another name for it, you guys. Ew. Oh, you have blisters, Sean? Sean, let's talk about the case. Is it called an exorcism? I asked him to ask Chris if he experienced evil there. Say, Robbie, you know how I feel about that. I think Chris Watts experienced evil maybe from there, but also from you know who. Why do so many of us seem to forget such simple words? I know, Picker. It's terrible. It's called smudging. I guess there's a name for it. When you go through and cleanse out the house from any evil spirits, and I can't remember the name of it. I don't think it's called an exorcism. I do. A dictionary. I believe NK. I know some people don't agree. I believe NK was involved, and I always will. Chris, and I don't think maybe Linnea, your color changed. It's orange. It was blue. That's weird. Chris said he kept all the lights on his last night there. I remember that, Kiki. And yeah, NK was very much into the dark arts. And I don't think Chris could handle it. And I think she did perform certain things, like the ayahuasca type stuff. Ew, look at my hands. Thesaurus. I am hot and cold. LOL. A shower. Well, Sean, you need to do something for your feet. What can he do for his blisters on his feet? Soak them in some lavender or some, what's that, Epsom salt? Okay, so let's go back to AD, okay? So AD, I'm just going to say why I get frustrated with him, because AD says, you guys know I'm not making any money I don't make any money off of YouTube, but go over to Patreon afterwards, right? And he's got like 600 something Patreons over there, which is fine. But don't bash Kim or Jay or anybody else that's talking about the Watts case that is making money. He's so focused on the fact that Kim, and some of you guys may not like her, can't stand her. You may like her. You may like listening to her theories and what she says. But that's all he's focused on is she's making money. She's making money. She's making a lot of money. We got to stop her from making money. It's like, and he always says, I'm not making any money off YouTube. So go into my Patreon. So he has like 600 at least Patreons. So don't tell people you're not making money off of this case, because you are, and fine, but leave those other people alone then, you know? Anybody else has a right to their theories or their whatever they think is true. They have a right to share it just like he does. Oh, he is blending. Hey, baby blues. So, and the reason I get so upset is because, okay, AD says Chrissy and Dylan, you know, Chris has told them everything. Chris has told them everything they did. Yes, Annie, but she was. I think, say, Robbie, I listen to her every time. I mean, I can't, when she goes on Jay's, I can't listen to the whole thing. Usually I catch the playback and I listen at night, like when I'm laying down ready to go to bed. But I do watch her. I do listen to her because I think she's very smart. And people, you know, a lot of people don't like what she's saying, that, you know, what she says. But AD doesn't know for a fact about anything. And he's just really telling people to stop listening to her, stop subscribing to her. She speaks very well. Yes. So Chrissy and Dylan, you know, AD says that Chris was using Dylan and now he's throwing him away. But wait, didn't somebody from the outside under AD is the one who reached out to Chris Watts, who then put her in touch with Dylan, right? So they're the ones who now have the rights to the books and all that stuff. So I don't know how Chris was using them. I mean, I'm not trying to defend Chris, but I mean, what did Chris have to gain out of making friends with Dylan? Anyway, so everything that Chris said, Chrissy and Dylan believed. But AD now says that Sherilyn Cadle, this is the bad part, you guys. Hey, Ritka, this is the bad part. So on his channel tonight, earlier, AD said that Sherilyn Cadle is putting in her book, her next book now. So she's held out this information from her last book. She's known this information this whole time from the last book to say that, and this is sickening, you guys. This, I believe, was added to the story to try to sell her book, to try to get AD more people to join his Patreon, all of this stuff. Because more things are going to be coming out, he said, next week. More shocking things. Where are they getting all this information? Where are they getting all of these things that they're just throwing out there? So Sherilyn Cadle says Chris Watts told her that he made Bella walk up the stairs to get to the top of the oil tank, you guys. But she said when she told her story before in her book, she believed Chris at that time. So which is it? Chris said before that in the back of the truck, he smothered the girls, right? With the blanket. So, and she said, I believe him, right? That's what she said. I believe him. I believe that's how the girls died. But now she's coming out saying, oh, Crown Royal, you know Sherilyn Cadle, the one who wrote the first book about Chris Watts. What was it called, you guys? I loaned it out and never got it back. I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, she's saying that Chris carried Cece in one of his arms, right? And she did get in trouble for plagiarism. Yep. I don't trust her. So, and then had Bella walk all the way up those stairs. They call it walking to her death. So, would you believe what AD just said, that Cadle said? I wouldn't Into the Woods, because I don't believe, and hi there. No, because I believe if she had them prior, she would have shared it prior. Everybody is milking this story. I agree. To even write another book after plagiarizing. I don't believe her. I don't. Well, Into the Woods, just like there's this other author coming out saying Chris Watts SA'd his children because he took showers with them. She said he put lotion on them. Well, Shanann said that he did that. She had him be the ones to bathe them. He said he felt uncomfortable because one time she had him give them a rectal thermometer test and he never wanted to do it again. Like, so she did it all the time, the rectal thermometer testing. But I do not believe, hey, Mark, thank you. Those are like the strips of them. They're like, I don't know. Yeah, it is disgusting. Thank you. Her first book is taken down and now costs $100 plus to get a copy. Oh, but she said, I'm not trying. And did she donate any of that money to the root checks? I'm sorry. Or to something? I think these people need to quit with this. I think that they're going to keep at, and people are falling for it. That's the thing, you guys. People are falling for this. People are hanging on every word. So AD says it on his channel, right? And by the way, Cadle's going to be going on there on the 19th. So, I'm sure he's going to be telling people to give her money. Anyway, she's going to be coming on there and they are going to be sharing a lot more shocking things that they know. How do they know? More shocking things that who knows? How does Cadle know? Exactly, Dawn. This is sickening. But everybody's taking it up. Oh, no. We're not talking about Kim. We're talking about Cadle, Angelina. You guys don't do it. Don't buy those books. They're just a bunch of garbage. And AD keeps talking about the same things over and over and over. Like there's nothing new. But do the math. 600 at least Patreons times $5 at the least is almost $3,000 plus the sponsorships he gets when people give him money while he's live, the PayPals, all of that. I agree. Oh, Crown Royal, yeah, right. This extra info today was very upsetting to hear that about Bella. But Into the Woods, don't believe it just because they said it. Don't believe it just because they said it. Okay, you got to ask yourself, why is Sherilyn Cadle just now saying this? And why is she breaking it with AD? AD now says he is the go-to person. He's the one that everybody trusts. That's what he says. AD is, he's the one that's like in control of this case now. And then he also says, well, Kim, what does she think she is? A private investigator? He calls himself a reporter and he calls himself a PI. So it is upsetting Into the Woods. So why would they why would they want to just come out and spill it on YouTube when they know the root checks? Now, I'm not one to say that the Watts case shouldn't be talked about. I'm not saying that. I'm saying something like that, you're just going to throw out there and say, oh, yeah, Chris had Bella walk the stairs to her death. And then he suffocated her, not with a blanket, with his bare hands. So I started thinking about this. Why would they want the grandparents to know any of it? I started thinking about it and I'm like, okay, from there, hey, Blue Moon, from there, and up the other one, it makes no sense. Dawn, I started thinking, would Bella not have started screaming or running, trying to get away from him? Why would it make sense for him to carry Cece in one arm and then make Bella walk up the stairs? What if somebody came driving up? What if somebody came driving up while he's waiting for Bella to climb those stairs? I don't buy it. I don't believe it. I think she would have ran down the stairs, tried to get the hell away from him, whatever. I don't. He was in a hurry. Exactly. That's the point. Jenny Joe, you don't either? Yeah, I don't either. I don't believe if he needed to save time and he was in such a hurry, you think he's going to wait for her to climb those stairs? Or would it make more sense for him to do what he said he did and just take them one by one and run up the stairs and do it himself? What somebody could have pulled up. You think he's going to sit there holding Cece, who is deceased, open the thing, put her in, and then pick up Bella, suffocate her, and then try to get her in? I don't buy it. So yeah, it is ugly, Into the Woods. And then you got his that other author saying that Chris Watts SA'd his little girls. I'm not buying that. So Chris Watts is gay, right? I mean, I don't think I don't know what it's called, but I do not believe that like there's a man who's attracted to grown women, men, and children. I don't think so. And I don't think those girls would have been as loving towards him as they were if he was doing those things to them. You know, I don't. I don't think they would want him given baths. I don't. And you know how humiliated he would be? You know how Chris Watts is all about wanting to have an appearance, especially in front of his parents and Shanann's parents? What if he got caught doing that to his little daughters? Can you imagine? He would not. I'm sure they do, Picker. I'm just saying, I don't think he is. And this woman, don't buy these books, you guys. Now, the book I bought, because I read it on a little bit about it, The Perfect Father. Now, this is a good book. This is something that they got, you know, they read from the from facts they read and from research they did, people they spoke with, the discovery, things like that. Hey, Paul. So they're not throwing in their own philosophy, theories, or whatever. And I hope that those women get the pantsuit off them for what they're doing. Okay, let me see what else I was going to say. That's what I put. So it says people and their egos. This case is becoming who can come up with the most shocking theories. Egos. And then I in my notes I put Cato says he killed his girls one by one, but Bella walked up the stairs, then Chris killed her at the top of the stairs. And then AD says he has more witnesses. He has 6 women coming to him. Everyone trusts him. All these women are coming out of the woodwork saying that they wrote Chris and he wrote them back and they have information. But you never see their faces, right? You never see proof. You never see their faces. And everybody's feeding into this crap. Oh, he also says Chris is afraid of him because he knows the truth. Bella, Chris Watts didn't have much time to do all the murders and burials and get to the field before the other. It took 45 minutes. Right, Blue Moon? Exactly. So my main point, though, was, I mean, why is he so upset with Kim? Why is he so upset with Kim? He says, I'm helping Shanann. Okay, you've already said you know Shanann did not murder the girls, right? You've said it 1,000 times. You say it in your Patreon. Why are you keeping on with it, AD? That's what I want to know. That's all he has. That's all he has to say, is that Shanann didn't kill the girls. Okay? What else you got? Truths. What other truths do you have? And just so you guys know, you learn nothing different in his Patreon than you do on the YouTube channel. Shock value positive. If I see it in Chris Watts' own written words in the letters, it might make me go, AD claims Cato says she couldn't add it due to her publisher. Right. But do you think she would be, do you think she would want AD to be putting this information out there before her book comes out? And if so, if yes, no, I'm not going to do it, Mark. I'm not going to do it. Hey, Zachary. Because there would be no shows, which is exactly, Linnea. I do agree with that. He says he broke the case. He knew everything about the case because of his shadows. Now, But the main thing he's upset with is that Kim's making money and that she's got so many subscribers. That's what he always focuses on. So this is what I want to know. He says many different things. AD says that there were 2 different people. He's always said this. 2 different people killed the girls. He's always said this, and he believes more were involved, right? He doesn't believe Chris did it all. He believes other people were involved and killed the girls. Chris may have killed one or whatever he said. But then how does it make sense? He's saying that, okay, if you're saying other people helped kill the girls, how are you saying that he killed Cece and then made Bella walk up the stairs? Because that would mean he was going up there with her, right? And he would have had to kill her and then put her in the oil tank. So that doesn't make sense. Which is it? Other people were involved and they did it or helped do it? Or Chris himself walked the girls up the see, he doesn't. Yeah, I'm not doing the lips. He does like to do his own ego, that's for sure. And I just thought of something else too, dang it. So it's contradicting. And he says the Rucheks don't like him or they hate him because he makes money, right? But he says he doesn't make any money, so that's kind of weird. So then he said something that I was really like, okay, you are. So the next thing now that he's saying, get this, after he must have heard that other author on that person's channel and contacted her, or she reached out to him, because guess what he said? You guys, we're going to be talking about more stuff coming out. More stuff's coming out. And it's worse. It's a whole lot worse. You're not going to believe it. We're going to have another author on. I knew it. When he said it's going to be a whole lot worse, some other stuff's coming out, I knew exactly what he was going to say. We're going to have another author on who says Chris did something even more disgusting to the girls. So I knew what he was talking about. Ugh. So that now that author is going to come onto his channel and tell all of his listeners that Chris Watts SA'd his children. You guys, it's not going to stop. You know that? They're never going to have to stop talking about this. I mean, YouTube has demonetized his channel, right? So he can't monetize his videos. He can't put ads on his videos. So he takes it to Patreon, where he says, oh, YouTube doesn't let me talk about certain things, so we have to go over to my Patreon channel. But you have to pay for his Patreon. So, yeah, Paul. Annie, I agree. I don't think true crime should not be monetized. You mean you think it shouldn't be, or you don't think it should be stopped from being monetized? There comes a point where people, fine, discuss the case, say what you want to say. If new developments come through, talk about it, whatever. But he thinks he's going to solve this case. He's the only one who can solve this case, and he's the only one who knows facts about this case. And he's really upset after Chris said that thing on Kim's channel about, hey, Christina, about not to listen to AD. That's what really got AD's panties in a bunch. He was mad about that. But here's the other thing. I mean, how long has it been now that AD's said that Chrissy was going to come on with proof about Chris, that Chris was going to be able to come on to AD's channel and Chris was going to be talking to them, you know? None of it's happened. Baby blues. Mm-mm-mm. I think that none of them are going to solve the case. Okay. It's done and over with. We have to accept certain people believe certain people were involved. Certain people believe exactly what he said. He did it all. It's done. It's over with. I think if Chris would shut up to all these women, maybe eventually things would calm down. Yeah, I think it would calm down, but I don't think these people would stop trying to make money off it. If I were a little girl, I think I would be more frightened sitting in a dark truck out in the middle of BFE than walking with my dad. I think it was daylight by then in the morning, wasn't it? Yes, Annie, that's right. But Chrissy's eating it up too. Chrissy's going and doing all these interviews. Now supposedly she's going to be on some big time something. AD, you should be ashamed of yourself. A year ago or more, she has a master's in science. Yeah, and now she's marrying Dylan. I thought that too. It might be Into the Woods. The more people that talk about it, the more attention Chris gets, and he lies just to keep people talking. But Christina, here's the thing. I mean, some of these people haven't even talked to him, and they're making up stuff, like saying, Sean, I didn't fall asleep, I swear. But they're making up stuff like Chris has been SAing his daughters. That's so, come on. Or that he's a serial killer, that he murdered before. Has anybody who becomes lovey-dovey with this stupid continuous? And I don't think Kim likes him that way. I don't. I don't think I just had a frog in my throat. I don't think Kim is interested in Chris romantically. I don't. If it's true that Chris did that to Bella, I believe that she may have still been alive, if unconscious, when he stuffed her in the tank, which is unthinkable. I remember they asked him, not that he would be honest, but I remember Tammy asking him at the station, at the police station, remember, is it possible that they were alive when they went? And he said, no, God, no, no, no. I remember her asking him that. I still believe NK was involved. That is my opinion. But I'm not going to sit there and make things up and make stories up to Chris Watts sounds scared of Kim Bells. You think? Scared of her? How? And then somebody was saying again that, now this is way after that weird channel that came up that said they were her cousins or whatever. People were saying again, now they were, that girl was saying that NK had a little girl, right? Well, this person yesterday, I heard it somewhere, was saying that NK had a little boy, and the Watts have met him. A clinic psychologist that's worked in prisons said she has done autopsies. Well, Chrissy was a fan of AD. Now, is this fair? Makes you wonder. Kind of freaks me out. I believe NK was involved as well. I absolutely do too. They're absolutely making it everything because he hasn't told the truth to anyone and nobody will ever know. I agree, Christina. I agree. That dog don't walk, boy. What? Dr. Phil to Chris Watts. They asked him, but Chris Watts knows nothing about medical stuff. So she may have just been unconscious. She had oil in her stomach and he would have rushed it. Oh, then Natasha said Shanann had twins. And right, Annie. Who was talking about that? Who said that? Because I heard that Shanann had twins prior to being married. I mean, when she was with her first husband, and that she ended up adopting them out to that gal, I believe, who moved to Colorado. Ugh. Have you guys heard any more about the Alexis Sharkey case? Has there been any new developments on the Alexis case? I wrote some stuff down about her. The Alexis Sharkey case. You heard that rumor? See, I just heard it the other day, Into the Woods. That's crazy. I don't know, you guys. Yeah, and they're saying because Chris wanted everything sealed, the medical records sealed, that he must have done something to with the girls, and so that's why. Nothing new about the Alexis. That is really, really sad about her. And Angelina, I know what they were saying, that things that happened to Chrissy, which that's very sad. If that did happen, that happened. Oh, they're still waiting on the autopsy. Thank you, Into the Woods. I was wondering. I thought it was supposed to be back by now. Into the what was I just saying? I was just saying something. I forgot. Come on, you guys. Remind me. Oh, yeah, about Chrissy. So if that happened to her, that's terrible. But so she's got all these, cops staying at her house protecting her. Who gets, thank you, Into the Woods. Who gets that kind of protection? She hasn't come on. Does anyone have theories? I will say what I think. It's just an opinion. I'm not putting it out there as fact. I believe from reading and listening to things about her husband, I believe he was definitely involved, and possibly a friend. I don't know, but for sure him, because he has a history of being icky to women. To his first wife, he liked to humiliate women. Annie, right? It's just kind of very controlling, Dawn. Yeah. And her friends said that she had shared with them that she was afraid of him. That she was afraid of him, and she was leaving him. She was getting a divorce from him. So supposedly when the police or somebody had went there, they saw cocaine and marijuana and stuff like that. Yes, Blue Moon. I believe he was on that. I can't say for sure, but I believe he was. Yes. Let me see something really quick. I had Qdoba for dinner, and I got those street tacos. I love those things, but I didn't know it because I ordered it online, but they didn't have the what you call it, the chicken I like. They didn't tell me though. So my daughter and her boyfriend went to pick it up, and it wasn't the chicken adobo. They didn't have that. So it was just this regular chicken, and I didn't like it. So I only ate one of them. Makes me mad. Okay. 2 days ago, let's see. High profile attorney Mark Gargaros says husband of Alexis Sharkley. Oh, hold on. What's this? Hey, Anitra. I believe, unfortunately, she was part of something with a group of friends that would meet at a very upscale hotel called Post Oak. She was found not too far. Into the Woods. Do you believe that somebody said that she used to be like on a sugar daddy site or something? Okay, Sean. The Chrissy, but hearing his ex-wife's filings makes me think husband was fired. Yes. Hey, Michelle. I've been quiet because of my new house. I'm having people help me bless my home by sending me Bible verses to write on this. Oh my gosh, Michelle. That's awesome. You want me to send you a Bible verse? I'm just asking for myself. That is beautiful. I love that. Well, congratulations on your new home. That's cool. Oh, you know where it is, Linnea? Do you guys have verses I can write? Absolutely. I will look some. Into the Woods. Bella wants to know the best sugar picker. So I think I heard, can't say. Me too, Angelina. I absolutely wish I could go back to the 80s. The 80s were awesome. Who can it be now? My brother used to say, who's got VD now? Ivy! Hey, girl. How are you? Not in their police report, Angelina. You guys are up late tonight. Okay, so this says high-profile attorney Mark Gargaros says husband of Alexis Sharkey is in a catch-22 situation. Former president, federal prosecutor speaking on the death of asked if he thought the investigation will proceed. Bill Johnson, who co-hosts the true crime podcast Justice Facts, said investigators will likely look first at the electronic forensics. Forensics is likely to be extremely important, probably paramount, because science doesn't lie in these sorts of things. Good science doesn't mislead. Johnson said investigators will likely try to obtain the electronic devices of possible suspects or people Sharkey dealt with the most. Forensic electronics would be in the early part of it because it often leads to good evidence, and it also is somewhat time sensitive. Sometimes it's harder to get that history from electronics and from service providers with time. Excuse me. So you kind of need to move pretty quickly on that. Kind of same thing with the Watts case with NK, right? Aw, Mark, you're sweet. Thank you. It's been nearly 3 weeks since a sanitation worker found Sharkey's naked body alongside a Houston road. She had been missing for 24 hours after leaving her home following an alleged disagreement with her 49-year-old husband, Tom Sharkey, according to media report. Alexis Sharkey's mother, Stacy Robinault, previously told Fox News that she wasn't aware of any problems in her daughter's marriage, but believes she was murdered. Johnson told Fox News that in any murder case, the odds are in favor the perpetrator being someone who knew the victim. We just want to focus on the people in the Houston police have not officially ruled her death a homicide or named any suspects. So they haven't ruled her death a homicide and they haven't named any suspects. But foul play has not been ruled out. Friends of Alexis have the Sharkey's marriage. They've said that it was troubled and she was scared for her life weeks before her death. Tom Sharkey has vehemently denied marital problems, but admitted his wife was stressed. He says, "My wife was an amazing woman. She really was. There's always other sides to everything. I was the one holding her, cuddling her, and building her back up. I don't need to set the record straight. I'll let it play out the way it is. Sharkey said he's cooperating with investigators and he is confident the Houston Police Department will find everyone that was involved. So was he the kind of husband or the kind of man or the kind of abuser that would tear her down and knock her down and then build her back up? Because you know how those abusers are. So you need them. So you need their approval. You need their affection. You need, because they beat you down. Not necessarily physically, but emotionally, mentally, and sometimes physically. But they beat you down and beat you down. And then they turn around and, oh, I love you. You're so this, you're so that. And then I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. And then the next day, you're a stupid idiot. You know, that kind of abuser. He seems like he might have been that kind of a person. Mark Gargaros, a lawyer famed for representing Scott Peterson, among others, told Fox News that given the circumstances of the case, it's way too early to jump to any conclusions until an autopsy is performed. If you lawyer up, then people are going to say you're guilty. If you cooperate, the police are going to assume that the husband had something to do with it. So it's a lose-lose situation, Gargaro said. What are you supposed to do if you've lost a loved one, even if you had an argument? I mean, I don't know any marriage that has never had an argument. God forbid you have an argument and then something happens and then you're the suspect. There's no playbook for that. Well, here's the thing. I don't think that's what people are saying. I don't think people are saying that they had an argument and then he was a suspect. I think what people are saying is if Alexis told friends that she was terrified for her life, that's more than an argument. And if she was preparing to leave him, that's more than an argument. And you've got his history of demeaning his first wife and her not wanting him to have custody of the children, and his own family backing her, saying that he had some mental things going on, right? So he liked to humiliate his first wife, threatened her with sending photos to her employer, in compromising positions, or you know what I'm saying. That kind of stuff. So, and how was Alexis's body found? I'm not saying he did it, but I'm saying there's enough there for him to be a suspect. Absolutely. If he was the last one known to be with her and all of this other stuff, he's definitely a suspect. I'm sorry. Oh. Yes, Mark, I did. They're not getting back to me. Tell me how to return those. I don't want them, and I'm stuck with them because I can't figure out how to return them. Michelle, Kermit says, Jeremiah 29:5, build houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat their fruit. Ooh, I like that one. Dawn says, Isaiah 40:31. It was my daddy's favorite too. Ooh, let me get my Bible. Let me get my beautiful Bible that Dari gave me. Dari D gave me this beautiful Bible a long time ago. It was one of my first gifts I ever got. She said she was afraid for her life, but didn't say who. They pressed her on who, but she wouldn't say. On News Source, Tom did do sketchy stuff to that possibly found out what she was doing. Okay, what was it? Isaiah. Watch it wiggle. There it is. Isaiah what? 40:31. Isaiah 40:31. Your Bible's falling apart. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. I like that. Just another manic Monday. Let's say that again. Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Aw, Michelle. I want to figure out my favorite Bible verse. That's good. I'm glad you brought that up because I want to figure out which is my favorite Bible verse. Oh, Robert, you're having internet issues? Okay, honey. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. That's Isaiah 41:10. Oh, I like that one too. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with thy right hand of my righteousness. Ooh, they that wait. Ooh, I do like this one. This is a good one. This is Isaiah 40:31. We just read it. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They that mount with wings, they shall mount up with wings as eagles. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. Thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of mine heart, for I am called by thy name, O Lord God of hosts. I like these. But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God, an everlasting King. An everlasting King. Amen. Amen. Okay. Thank you. You're not the Bible type? That's okay. Annie, yeah, sometimes it's hard to understand. You know, and that's why they say you pray every time you read the Bible, right? You pray, God, please help me understand the message you're trying to get across to me. If I don't understand a word, please help me understand it. Reveal it to me somehow. And they say that if you pray every time you're going to read, the more and more that you read, that you will understand it. Thank you, Mark. Oh, you had it shoved down your throat. I can see the chat, but just a buffering wheel and no sound. Aw. So yeah. Alexis Sharkey, you guys, I hope they find her killer. I still haven't finished this book. Try to think if there's anything else I was going to share with y'all. How long have I been on here? Almost an hour and a half. One day when these boards are pulled up by another. Aw, yes, Michelle. I love that. I swear I read this part, The Tale of Two Chris's. Let's read a little bit, shall we? Let's read a little bit of The Tale of Two Chris's. And I do believe and agree that people, I don't care what someone has done. I believe in my heart that everybody deserves forgiveness. I do. And I mean, I know a lot of people say, oh, I could never forgive that monster. I could never forgive him for what he did. But here's the thing. God does. If he honestly repented, if he has repented and asked God for forgiveness and he really means it, God has forgiven him and his sin is wiped away. That's why there's the song like, what can wash away my sins? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. I mean, there's nothing that can take away our sin except for Jesus's blood, because he's the one who died for our sins. So whether somebody, now you can't keep living in the same sin and continuing the same sin and pretending. God knows your heart. God knows if you're being true or not. So, but if you are honestly sorry and you screwed up big time and you did something foul, to God, a sin is a sin. And people don't understand that. And I didn't understand that for a long time. I'm like, wait, so if I went and stole a candy bar from a store, that's just as bad to God as somebody murdering somebody? In God's eyes, it is. I didn't know that. My pastor taught me that. I'm like, a sin is a sin is a sin. It's a sin. So, I mean, I believe there's levels of sins that tell the kind of people we are, but it's hard to wrap your head around that, isn't it? Yeah, it's between God and Chris Watts now. It's nobody's place to judge. It's nobody's place to judge. And if his sin has been washed away, Christ went to the cross to take our sin, but we still pay the debt to it. Yes, I agree. That's right. We went from crime to blessing homes. I'll take the second choice. Kermit, what can we talk about now? I was going to sing that song, but it doesn't go along with the same. Forgive 77 times, Mark says. I absolutely believe in God, but do not go to church. Crown Royal, you know what? That doesn't matter. He knows your heart. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Annie. It doesn't matter. I mean, all sins can be forgiven if you ask. Yep, you just have to ask. God's not going to turn you away. Here's the thing, like Crown Royal says, I absolutely believe in God, but do not go to church 7 days a week. We cannot earn his forgiveness. It is by his grace we are. Amen. People can have a relationship with God and not go to church. Some of the most evil, hypocritical, sinful people go to church. You know what I'm saying? You got your priests who are essayers, you know. You have a lot of people that are engaged in infidelity at church. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are, but a lot of people go to church because they want to be around like-minded people, right? Or they want to hear a message that helps them get through the week. I mean, that's what church is for. And you don't have to go, you know, inside a church to be ask God for forgiveness. You can ask him standing right where you are right now. You can ask Jesus into your heart no matter where you are. If you're sitting on the toilet, it doesn't matter. He'll take you as you are. Politics, Jesus, murder, hussies, singing, food as well. Good, Aquarian. See, that's good. God is so good. And I think, you know, especially in this time right now, people need to be reaching out to him. I do more. Time for change. Hey. I need to reach out more to him. I'm not being, I'm not being as much of a Christian as I need to be, I'm not, I want to be doing more when I can. I want to be involved in some kind of something. I want to get involved in something more, some kind of something to help people. I don't know what. And I've been praying about it, you guys. I've been praying about, for God to reveal to me something that I can, do to be a blessing, and not just like once, like multiple times over and over. Something that I do once a week or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I do like to help people when I can. Definitely. I do. So sorry guys, I'm putting on my pajamas. I'm putting on my MC Hammer pants. Can't touch this. No. Can't touch this. Oh. But God, it's amazing. You know how I told you guys I've been really depressed? That's a fact. I've been very depressed. And lo and behold, what happens? My daughter says, Mom, I want to move home. I want to move home. God knows I was lonely, So that's good. Cookie time. I'm out of Buenos, Annie. I didn't feel like going to the store to get them either. I chose my career to help people, but instead I was robbed at gunpoint. Oh gosh, Angelina. I bet you have PTSD for a long time. I can't. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. That's awful, Angelina. That's why, like, when I was younger, I didn't ever want to work at any, like, convenience store places. Hey, just me. So, yeah, let me read a little bit of this. The Tale of Two Chris's. I swear I read some of this already. You know me, though. I'm getting forgetful. Hey, that's what happens when you're 52 years old. Okay. Yes, Dawn. Forgiveness is for you, not the person you're forgiving. If you think of it that way. That's so true. Because you're not hurting. I'm not talking to you specifically, Picker, but I'm not saying, oh, Annie, your career's irritating you. Demanding, messy, bossy, and overtime. You're not hurting anybody else when you choose not to forgive somebody. It only hurts you. Right? Okay. All 4 local networks led off the 6 o'clock news with dramatic Chris Watts interviews. We begin tonight with breaking news, intoned KMGH-TV, Denver 7, anchor Tom Mustin. The disappearance of a pregnant Frederick woman and her 2 children has captured the nation's attention. Then several segments of Watts' interview were played, including his admission of an emotional conversation with Shanann right before she went missing. Fox 31 also carried a tearful interview with Nicole Atkinson about her friend's disappearance. Shanann, if you're hearing this or you're out there, sobbed Nicole, holding her daughter Madison, please let somebody know you're okay. Then Chris Watts came on the screen, nervously rocking back and forth on his porch. I have no inclination of where she is, he said listlessly, without a hint of emotion. She said she was going to a friend's house with the kids, and that's the last thing I heard. Special agents Tammy Lee and Graham Coder watched the Chris Watts interviews with Detective Dave Baumhover at Frederick Police Station. If they had been suspicious before, they were now certain he was lying. It didn't look good, recalled CBI agent Lee. We all watched it together and went, this might be bad. Detective Baumhover asked FBI Special Agent Coder to conduct a formal interview with Watts. Agent Lee would also offer Watts a polygraph test. Oh, the famous polygraph test, you guys. Which nursing home will let vape? At 6:46 p.m., Baumhover called Watts and asked him to come to the police headquarters as soon as possible. Watts agreed to do so. Immediately after putting down the phone, he called his father, asking him to fly out to Denver. Christopher called us, said Cindy Watts. He said, tell Dad I need him to come down. I said, what about me? He said, no, Mom, just send Dad. Nikki Kessinger, who had diligently deleted anything on her cell phone or computers that could link her to Chris Watts, now asked him to do the same. Late Tuesday afternoon, she began researching how long phone companies keep text messages and if the police could trace them. Now, let's stop there for a minute. The people that want to say she had nothing to do with it, she was completely just someone who had an affair with a married man. That's all. That's all it was. BS. If it's somebody who just had an affair with a married man, doesn't look up book deals, doesn't look up wedding dresses, doesn't say, oh, I'm going to delete everything from my phone and tell him to do the same, and then go to the police. No, if it was somebody who literally cared for people or had any empathy at all, if I was in that situation, I would have kept every stinking thing I had of our communications with each other, just like Amber Fry did, and went down to the police station with everything I had and said, look, I know you're probably going to judge me. I was sleeping with a married man. He said he was getting separated, but you know what? Here's all the stuff I have. Here's our discussions. Here's photos. I know there's some private stuff in there, but here it is. I felt this is what I should do. You don't delete and tell them to delete stuff. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. Okay. Shortly before 7 p.m., Chris Watts walked into the police headquarters on 5th Street in downtown Frederick. He had been tailed by police officers from his house, so they were already watching him. Detective Baumhover greeted him and introduced him to Agent Coder. Hey, good to meet you, said Coder casually. Thanks for coming in, Graham Coder. Thanks for coming in. Graham Coder. I'm from the FBI. That's okay. Okay, Watts replied. Really appreciate it, said Coder. I think you're gonna be able to help us. Coder brought him into squad interview room 2. Told him their interview would be recorded. CBI Special Agent Tammy Lee sat at the nearby command post watching on a live video feed. So, I work missing children cases, began Coder, and I'm very sorry for what you're going through. Right? I'm a father too. He handed Watts a written statement sheet, asking him to write down all the events leading to Shanann and the girls' disappearance. Okay, Coder told him. Thank you for your willingness to help. Start from the beginning. Please include everything you can remember and tell us what happened. Feel like I'm in high school again, said Watts, smirking. Coder then left Watts alone to write out the statement, telling him to call Detective Baumhover's cell phone when he had finished. Chris Watts' handwritten statement reads as follows. OMG. Good night, Sean. Sleep well. 2017, supposedly. Right? Oh, Into the Woods. I was going to say something about that. Shoot, I thought of yesterday. What was it? What did I think? Because he did know, yes, he introduced her 2017, that Chris Watts possibly got her a job at Anadarko. But where did I think that they might have met before that? I got to think about it. I forgot. Okay, 1:48 a.m. Doorbell detected visitor. Neighbor's camera that faces driveway didn't pick up anyone walking up to the house. So that was Shanann, right? 1:48 a.m. Wait, 1:48 a.m. Doorbell detected visitor. Neighbor's camera that faces driveway didn't pick up anyone walking up to the house. That's weird. 2:00 a.m. Shanann gets into bed with me. 4:00 a.m. My alarm goes off for work and I proceed to get ready for work. 4:15 a.m. I slide into bed again. I slide into bed and begin having a conversation with Shanann. The conversation involves putting the house up for sale. Shanann had contacted our realtor a week prior via email about this as well. The conversation also involved moving along with our separation. This was an emotional topic due to the fact that we have 2 beautiful daughters and another baby on the way. We spoke about the fact that we didn't feel that connection that we used to. We spoke about the notion that the love that we had at the beginning was no longer there. We spoke about just staying together for the kids, but realizing that normally doesn't work. It was a very emotional conversation with crying on both parts. When I got off of the bed to go downstairs, she told me she was going to a friend's house and taking the kids there, but also that she would be back. 5:00 a.m. Downstairs, and I made a protein shake, packed my lunchbox, filled my water jug. 5:15 a.m. Backed my truck up in to load up my book bag, lunchbox, water jug container with O-ring kit and loaded up various open-ended wrenches from my personal toolbox. 5:30 a.m. departed for work. Okay, and then it continues. 7:40 a.m. talks about the happenings of the rest of the day, and it goes on till 10:00 p.m. Yeah, this is a good book, you guys. I really like this book because it did talk about some things about Shanann and other things that I didn't know about. I had never heard that she did not have LE did better at not crawling across the table and choke the truth out of him. Yeah. I didn't know that that Shanann had a really bad upbringing, that she was not happy with her parents. Her dad supposedly wasn't a good father. I didn't know that stuff. I could talk to you guys all night. But I'm tired. Good night, Aquarian baby. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to go. I'm tired. Robert the Wrench, maybe Mrs. Wrench is downloading something. Maybe call your ISP if it continues after Mrs. Wrench. I think Chris Watts was super mad at Shanann Watts about the whole CC thing at her parents' house. Now, you guys, my opinion on that stuff, I know it isn't a popular opinion. Nope, Mark. I was just telling my daughter that night, Kermit. Sleep with the angels, honey. That's awesome, Angelina. Good night, time for change. Good night, Dawn. Thanks for coming, you guys. I'm really gonna try to come on a little bit more, but here's the thing. What was I just gonna say? I forgot. Why is my short-term memory getting so bad? Oh, about my opinion on that. I'll talk about that another time. Good night, Anitra. Oh, Anitra, I got your message, honey. I will get back to you. Good night, Crown Royal. You too, Annie. Good night, Lynette. Thank you, honey. Good night, Jenny Joe. Good night, John Boy. Love you guys. Good night, Robert. Good night, Picker. Good night, everybody. You guys are awesome. I'll be back. Maybe next time we'll play a game. Good night, Blue Moon. Maybe next time we'll play a game or listen to some music. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. I was just telling my daughter. I found out that her boyfriend's mother is now dating people. I'm like, how is she dating? What? I'm like, on apps or something? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, ugh. I go, what kind of apps are safe? I don't do those dating apps. Fade to black. You too. I am too, Angelina. Okay, you guys, my goodbyes are so long, so I'm just going to say goodnight. So, God bless you, sweet dreams. Sleep with the angel. Last call for alcohol. I'm going to leave that up there. And I will see you guys very soon. I'll probably come on sooner than you guys think. Okay. Love you. Bye. Bye.